Hello, everyone. My name is Amina, and I would like to introduce to you our study titled Student Knowledge and Perception of HIV/AIDS on HBCU Campuses. As previously stated, my name is Amina Batiste. I am a first-year pharmacy student at Xavier University's College of Pharmacy and a participant in the Center of Excellence Research Program. My mentor and I, Dean Kennedy, are excited to share our findings with you at this year's conference. The purpose of our research is to determine the general knowledge and perception of students at the collegiate level on historically Black college and university campuses in the southern region of the United States. According to the CDC, as of 2022, there are approximately 1.2 million active cases of HIV/AIDS in the United States, with roughly 12 to 13% of those cases going undiagnosed due to testing reluctance. Additionally, current diagnosis rates is saturated in the southern states, with the highest rates being in Washington, D.C., Georgia, Florida, Louisiana, Nevada, Mississippi, Maryland, Texas, South Carolina, and North Carolina. Despite new cases being on a steady decline of 8% since 2015, with an additional drastic decline of 17% in 2020, the disease continues to disproportionately affect ethnic and racial minorities and the LGBTQIA+ community. High rates of HIV/AIDS incidence in the African American population appears to correlate with socioeconomic issues that have commonly plagued the Deep South, such as high poverty rates and sexual health stigma. HIV has timelessly been deemed derogatory and as a death sentence in the African American community. This stigma surrounding HIV continues to contribute to poor health and social outcomes for HIV infection control, such as medication adherence and negative self and body image, along with mental health. These negative connotations surrounding potential and active HIV infection in turn increases the likelihood of individuals to continue to avoid voluntary HIV testing. Therefore, our hypothesis is as follows. African Americans that are currently pursuing higher education degrees in the Deep South, which is going to be defined as Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, North Carolina, and South Carolina, from historically Black colleges and universities, will have a higher awareness and increased positive perception and knowledge of HIV/AIDS due to exposure. Our findings. Initially, we are conducting a literature review to determine if there are scholarly works that already explore the Black community's perception of HIV/AIDS on HBCU campuses in the United States. Of the 9 publications that were found, it was concluded that none of them explored a large-scale multi-state cohort study that collected or quantified general perception of HIV/AIDS in the Black community. Previous HIV/AIDS studies were conducted on smaller campuses in areas such as Washington, D.C. and North Carolina and South Carolina. And this can be correlated with the higher rates being in these 3 areas of HIV. Additionally, these study populations found in the studies were less than 150 people, and the data was collected via interviews, focus groups, and online surveys. As far as our research team is concerned, we will continue to explore the literature to solidify our primary research question. Current goals include questionnaire development, protocol development, IRB approval, and site selection in Louisiana for the first phase of this study. In addition, we plan to expand the study to include the following secondary hypotheses. The practice of religious observance in the Deep South will influence HIV/AIDS perception in the Black community. We would like to acknowledge Gilead Sciences for helping fund this study as we move forward through our research. Here are some of my resources that I did use to conduct these literature reviews, and we look forward to seeing everyone at the conference this year.